The tradition of Christian Brothers education in the Yakima Valley is a reality. In the fall of 1998, LaSalle High School opened its doors in a temporary facility. Today, construction has begun on a permanent new home for LaSalle. Today, we are bridging the gap.
I was born and raised in this community and attended the Catholic schools, both at Paul's Holy Family, Marquette, and Carroll. And LaSalle is different. It's noticeably different. And the difference is the Christian Brothers.
Here's an order of brothers whose total focus and mission is to educate young people with quality education, quality curriculum, and yet bringing in the gospel values that are important to my wife and to myself.
The LaSallian Brothers, the Christian Brothers, have a tradition of excellence in education. They bring all that expertise not only in their own persons of the brothers who are committed to working in the school, but also by the way that they so effectively transmit their particular gift for Catholic education, secondary education, the way they convey that to those who are open to learning about how to run a high school.
They care about kids. They love kids. They love presenting this kind of education, a Christian education, to kids. And that care is something that you can't pay money for.
They're not doing it for the money. They're not doing it because it's a local program that they have an investment in. They're doing it because that's their call.
But the brothers who operate LaSalle High School are a part of something much larger.
I think the other thing is that we don't stand alone. We are part of a greater network, a greater community of schools. And so in that way, there's also strength in numbers. I think part of it is bringing people together from different backgrounds, different experiences, where together they form community in an educational setting. They learn values. They learn the idea of the presence of God, not only in their lives, but more importantly, I think, in others. The idea of respect, both self-respect and respect for others. Choice is good. In talking to people from the public schools, they welcome LaSalle because it forces them to be even better. And likewise, I think it forces us to be good.
But more importantly, Yakima is a community that has diversity. And LaSalle is very committed to educating the citizens of this valley, the children of this valley, from all walks of life, all economic backgrounds. The minute you walk on the campus, you can tell it's a very special place. There is a sense of community about LaSalle that you find nowhere else.
This school isn't just for wealthy Catholic kids. It's a school that's for everybody.
It does have an emphasis on the marginalized and the poor, but it also brings with it a tradition of quality education, quality curriculum, a real focus for valuing and lifting up the importance of young people receiving a Christian quality education.
Another feature of it is the dedicated teachers. When I say these teachers are dedicated, I mean they are dedicated with a capital D.
People really look at it as not just a job, it's something that is a real important work, and people enter into that.
We're constantly reminded by the way they act and the way they speak, and even in their lesson plans, that God is always with us and a part of our school, our education.
Teachers come here knowing what the expectations are, and they have that within them. That's part of their soul and their heart, to be able to reach out to these kids and work with them one-on-one and help them achieve these things. And it certainly builds a great sense of community.
We learn from each other, we live together, we work together, we play together, we pray together. All those things are important in building a sense of community and family that is the school.
There's lots of love around here. And this particular school is run on the energy of love and Christianity. And that's what I see. It permeates the place.
I feel that it's more like closely knit, like you're kind of like just part of this family, and you're just kind of all learning together and learning about God and life and just things in general, and you're all doing it together. And even through hard spots or whatever, you're all together so you can handle it a little easier if you're having a hard situation in your lifetime or something.
We finished one full year with a real pioneer group of 50 students. Now we have our second class. We have a few juniors, but we really have a freshman, sophomore class, and they're paving the way. And it's great to see these kids step up and do that. So this is an exciting time, an exciting group, a lot of energy on campus.
And I think when you start realizing what this environment and atmosphere can create, it's really exciting to be a part of, because I think young people are searching for answers.
The size obviously distinguishes us, but I think a lot more of it is the people, and the people who come here, they want to know you, and they want to be your friend and to make this a really good experience.
The goal is to have very good citizens, people who not only will move on in life, especially towards achieving higher education, but people who will give back, be it in service, being a productive member of the society. I think one of the goals is to really have people be of service, both in a local sense, but also more global. That they do see themselves as part of a very small community, in this case Yakima, but also a world citizen, a person who needs to care about others, care about the world, and hopefully will be aware and have a knowledge, not only from here, but through their lifelong learning of the entire world.
When we speak, at least in a Catholic context, about education, we're not talking just about getting the kinds of grades that will get you into the college of your choice. We're also talking about the kind of formation of mind and heart that will be according to the mind and heart of Jesus Christ and his teaching in the Gospels and the teachings of the Church. So this enterprise is a very exciting one, I think, for the whole community. It has particular interest, I think, for the Catholic community because of the tradition that the Lasallian brothers represent. I think it's a very worthwhile investment.
There's been a lot of thought process go in the planning of the school, and we looked at other Lasallian schools. Of course, we were fortunate that we're located on nearly 40 acres, so we were able to adapt to our atmosphere out there and the location and the beauty of the mountains, and we opened the campus up. It's a campus setting. There'll be a common area in the middle. That'll be a grass area for the students to gather with a chapel. It's more of a college setting, you might say, where the buildings are separated by some space, not one large complex. And it's just going to be a great place, great atmosphere out there. The kids are very excited about it. The community's excited about it. I'm excited we're finally breaking ground. And the next year or two will be an amazing transformation out there. And this is going to be an ongoing, it's in phases. This is phase one. This will help 240 students get out there.